Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I've got a wonderful fifth wheel for you. This is the 2024 Columbus 329 DV, which I believe stands for dual vanity, because in the bathroom, they have, like the dual sinks going on. Really nice and spacious bathroom, big bedroom, nice living room. I think you guys are going to like it. I recently posted a quick video on their front kitchen model that really took off for me. And overwhelmingly, that told me I need to do more of these Columbuses. So again, it's the 2024 Columbus 329 DV. Let's start on the inside, work our way around the outside. But if you guys find some value in this, or if you're in the market for an RV and this one doesn't hit, I do daily RV content, so I definitely would like to be a good resource for you. I do 60-second, 3-minute, and long tours. So depending on your speed, you can find me on various platforms. But man, when you walk in, they just feel really well put together. And I don't want to go into it, too crazy, but they have what's called their superstructure, their Aluma structure. So basically, it's going to be just a higher end build, and it really shows off in like things like the sidewalls. Like this is an actual true hardwood. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Really nice tall high slides, which is going to make you feel, kind of more at ease, more at home when you are camping. I'm wearing flip-flops today because it's been raining, but just kind of scooted off my foot there. I'm 6 feet tall. At least I was the last time I measured myself, and you're looking at about 6'10" for the slide height. So, if you are a taller person, this is going to be a very great brand for you to look at, because in here, 6'10" slide outs, but in the bedroom, you get 84 inches of head clearance as well, which is, pretty darn snazzy. Obviously, you see you got an island. 101-inch wide body construction, so you're going to get plenty of walk around room on either side of the island, which is nice. As a bigger guy, that is definitely something that I look for. You're also going to get massive, massive windows, and they all open up for a nice cross breeze. They all have the old day and the night shade, so the half Dracula, full Dracula, block the old sun out from sizzling up the skinski. And then you're going to have your power theater seating. So like on this, let me see here, because I believe this is plugged in. Let me angle that down. I mean, you got, your cup holders. You got a place where you can put, maybe like a book or a remote. So it's not plugged in. It's running off just off the battery. But this is one that lays back, and you can like go all the way back and lay down. So if you're someone that prefers to sleep, in a chair as opposed to something like this sofa back here, which is a pull-out, which I guess I might as well show you that. They're extremely comfortable. I'm probably more apt to sleep in a cushy recliner watching TV than I would be on a pull-out sofa. But, that's just me. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? That'd be a good thing to comment. Why don't you comment and see which kind of sleeper you are? The sofa sleeper or the recliner sleeper? So you take these cushions off, and you make sure that you put them back exactly how they were, or your wife will get on your case. That is for sure. But you pull that up, and they're actually going to be in two sections. So that took me by surprise a little bit. Haven't seen that before, but I'll kind of show it to you. Maybe just one side, but you can sit down here. You can lay down here. Pretty comfortable. Nothing to complain about there. Does have a little bit of a dip right there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but maybe I'm missing something. I am. There's another drop down, so hopefully the manufacturers aren't watching that video. They hire me because I'm friendly. That's what I like to say. That's what I like to say anyway. All right, there you go. Now we are back in the action. So now that we got the sofa all set back up, looking all sharp and snazzy, you're going to see you also get 3 big windows back here. So big windows definitely seem, to be a theme. I'll be interested to see if this goes across the line as a whole, or if it's this particular model. But I would think in an RV that's this length, if they have this kind of slides, I would say the rest of them probably do. So I think that is pretty darn cool. You got a fan just to kind of circulate some of the air, keep it from going stale. But you're also going to get a little bit of overhead storage. Now, if you are vertically challenged, it's going to be, up there. So I would probably put, your blankets or some of your more stowaway items that you might not be getting to, every day. Hardwood here. You also saw it's got the soft close, which is nice. I like the lighting on both sides. I just think it looks really neat. Every brand just about puts lights back there, but I think these in particular, just aesthetically, kind of just pinkies up mode. You flip it around, and the nice thing about the TV location and why I'm kind of fancy on this kind of setup for the rear living is not only do you have a good view here from the couch, but also from, your theater seating. So like everyone has a place to enjoy. I would put the least favorite grandkid right there in that corner. But if you do need it, you can actually pull that out and swivel a little bit. It's going to be an Insignia. I'm guessing about a 45-inch or so. That makes sense to my brain right now. You also got a fireplace, and it's one of the fancier ones, one of my more favorite ones, because it has 4 different color modes, but they just look super nice because they got that little kind of fake rock in there. It just kind of glows up really good. My favorite one is like the whitish blue, if that's, I don't know if you're curious on which one I like. This slide right here is also pretty darn tall. I like the fact that the TV and the fireplace is over on the left, but then you're actually going to get more residential features. This one does have the 12-volt 18 cubic foot, which I like a little bit more. You can option in a residential refrigerator, and it's got an inverter, but what I would say is get the 12-volt. They, run off of the solar, which this has, I think it's 250 watts of solar, 260, something like that. You can put on a second one, but it has an 1800 watt inverter. So if you add on that second solar panel, you can actually run the refrigerator 24/7. Without it, you can still run it, just not literally, all day long. And a lot of these outlets will also be, inverter prepped, which is basically just harnessing some of that solar. If you're doing boondocking, to a lot of people, that might not even be, a really valid feature for you. So you got the 2 power towers. So basically they just come up and they drop out, just like that. So you can hide them away if you want it or use it if you do. Each one's got 2 outlets, a USB and a universal C, the 4 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings, and you got a oven large enough to cook up a turkey. The old Magic Chef with a veggie mode and a snack menu on it. Look at that, hands-free, so that's always a big time plus. And then like I was saying, 18 cubic foot. This is what I would go with. A lot of people are starting to get kind of on the up and up that 12-volt refrigerators are just like the one inside your home. They're just more suitable for, kind of RV life. Obviously, if you're living in the camper, in kind of a one spot for a year or something, maybe the residential might have a better application. But if you're traveling, this is the route that I would go. Your island, you get plenty of countertop space. You also get the little drying racks, which most brands are doing. So I like having that. I'd probably take one off, wash over here, dry over there. Stainless steel undermounted bowl. You also got the balloon that comes with the camper. It keeps all the winterization driblets hitting those dishes from all angles. I thought that was going to open up differently, but that is a trash can. Little place for some, cleaning stuff. And then, obviously you got your pull-out drawers. The top one being for the utensils. The bottom 2 being a little bit larger, just for your stuff in general. But I like the fact that they put in that black glass, all over the place here. And something that goes unnoticed, and some brands don't do it. This probably cost them $1 to do. Just have that little, metal cord right there. But that's what stops you from banging into stuff. That's what stops the grandkids from denting that refrigerator and just, kind of getting on your nerves. That is pretty darn tall. I think in the future, I think removable shelves to make this a big hanging closet might be, a good, good move to do. Probably wouldn't cost too much to make that change either. More storage. You got the countertops right here. And then you got more stuff right there. But drop a comment. Let me know what you think. That's the living room. Again, it's the 2024 Columbus 329 DV. This is right when you walk inside the door. This is going to be your control center. So all your different awnings, your lights, your tank fills, your battery, awning 1 and awning 2, which are, by the way, are going to be metal wrapped, which is a nice plus. And then your 3 slide out controls. Your solar amp controller, so that way you know how many watts the, the battery is bringing. And then By the way, 3 ACs on this unit is typically how they're built. 2 come standard, 3 is an option, but just about everybody's getting that third AC, I would imagine. But all 3 can run off the 50 amp service because they have a soft start, which is a plus. So outlet right there for like your blender and your Keurig, things of that nature. And then you also get the fuse box there as well. Got a little scare light coming up, a grab handle to help you if you're not strong enough to climb up the stairs, or if you're a little bit of a wobbly person. Weebles wobbles, but wobbles weeble, something like that. The old Steam Sucker 3000. This is where I think that DV stands in, the dual vanity. Solid surface countertops all throughout. I'm going to throw out another one. Baby, if you're watching, I love you twice today. Boom, boom. Boom, baby. The bowling gun. Had bowling tonight, but, you know, I skipped it to come down and show you guys a bunch of campers got. When you get the opportunity to do, you know, 9 high-quality RVs in one day, you definitely got to jump on that. Plus, it's not a sanctioned league. This one's just for fun. Tri-Glide glass series right here, so it opens up a little bit wider. You also have a seat, so that way you can sit down and shave your legs. I don't know what the weight rating on that is, but I would imagine it's going to be at least 200 pounds. But you got enough room in here to have, you know, 2 people in here, absolutely no problem. Plus, again, for the taller people, I get people asking all the time, what brand is best for the tall people? And Columbus is definitely on there. Put that on your list. You're probably looking at about 6'8" into here, and probably 6'10" up into that skylight there, which is pretty darn, you know, incredible. Most do not feature that. Big old window there, so keeping the theme. And then we are heading over into the bedroom, and right here, right off the bat, industry leading 84 inches of bedroom ceiling height. I mean, I believe it. Industry leading, probably tied with a couple different brands, but you know, they do a great job, and it's definitely tall people approved. I mean, it just feels huge, you know, when you're in here. I'm so used to walking into like some front livings and things like that where the ceiling is only a couple inches from your head, and having that extra breathing room goes a long way for your sanity. Looks like a queen bed. You got the metal headboard. I wonder if something's missing on that, or if that's how it is, but you got windows on both sides. Little levers right there, or whatever the heck that thing's called. Places where you can put stuff, and then USBs are actually built up into the nightlight there as well. Aluminum frame around the bed. These are going to be 2 extra chairs for you for that dinette. And then notice again, hands-free. So I like the fact of seeing the aluminum. You know, them and Rockwood are one of the, you know, few brands that I really see, you know, doing that as of lately. A lot of them are just going with the wood because it costs a little much, or a little less. And a lot of brands, you know, are kind of decontenting. Emergency exit, Connex TV. The AC too, if you've noticed at all walking through the video, you haven't seen an AC. That's because they're the whisper quiet, so you just see the returns in the track system. So you're not really going to hear it, and you're not going to see it. You can open up this wider, but it's got the safety latch there, so I don't want to, you know, mess with that here at the moment. But automatic lights, you know, little cubby right there, and you're ready to rock. Washer dryer prep was what I just showed you. But yeah, 5G LTE prepped right there. You can get that gateway installed, do a little bit of work on the road. But just in case you missed it the first time around, specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, including a link for the price, will be down in the description. 2024 329 DV. And a couple quick hitters here, because I know a lot of people don't watch the outside too much, but if you are buying it, the important stuff is going to be dual awnings, and again, metal wrapped. And that simply just means that right there is just a metal encasing. Like yesterday, it actually hailed here. So having that is not going to beat up, you know, that vinyl for you. The front cap is also going to be a spray foam insulation. That is going to be a little bit different. When it's 100 degrees or when it's 0 degrees, you're going to find out why you like that. Basically, essentially, keeps in the heat, keeps in the cool, whichever way you want to do it. You know, you're kind of living life right. You got the MoreRide pin box, which is going to be kind of like a type deal. So when your truck stops, it's going to absorb some of that. So when you're, you know, the chucking and bucking when you're going down the road, and stopping, more importantly, is going to be, you know, much more comfortable for you. Let's see what they got in terms of storage here. So they do have a cutout if you ever wanted to add a generator. Doesn't look like it's prepped for it, but you're ready to go. You got your hydraulics for your 6-point auto leveling, and then your battery and your battery disconnect. So if you're not familiar, the 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, they're strong, they do it on their own. It's one click of a button and you're ready to rock, but there'll be one here, here, and the other side of the dual axle. Big old thick boy slam latch doors that are held up by the magnetic latches there as well. You're gonna have the Tough Flex flooring, so it's kind of like a beat me up, rough me up material. You know, throw a chair in there and don't worry about scuffing the linoleum. Cable hookups, outlets. It shows more of that aluminum frame construction that's going to be welded at all points there as well. And then notice how there's no, exposed wood there. So I like seeing the fact that they've got, at least a covering. They use 5/8 tongue and groove plyboard decking, which is definitely nice. And then on the top, they use something called Alpha Ply, which you're not going to know what that is. It is a thicker material that goes on top of your RV. And when you see RVs that have kind of like a wavy top, having it be thicker means that they can actually lay it down without having to leave slack. So a lot of times people freak out when they see it, their roof's a little bit wavy. They add in extra material so that way when it gets in winter or it gets hot and cold and it heats up and contracts, that it's got room to flex. With this, it's, I can't remember the actual thickness, maybe like 35 milliliters or millimeters or whatever, 35 something. And you don't have to worry about it. Another thing, the step above steps, and you see that little part right there, that's always going to indicate that this is going to be one of those easy lifts. So you got your hand just like that. Now you don't have to worry about a grandkid, knocking himself out. You got your big thick boy tires right there, so that's always nice to see. You also have your ABS system, which is going to be nice. So basically, again, it all comes down to safety, more comfortable, when you're towing. The awnings are also going to be the Solera 3000, so they're going to run off of the solar, run off your 12 volt, the same power as your refrigerator. So that's pretty nice. You also see LED lights there on the arms, which is a little bit different. Towing package, which is going to be a 2-inch receiver with a 3,000-pound tow rating, but a 3,000-pound hitch rating. That'll probably be more so how you use it. So you can put in like, bike racks and, different like storage totes and whatnot. The ladder, you notice, is going to be the ladder that I prefer. That goes all the way up and over, so it really helps out for you in that way, just kind of getting you over that extra little oomph. Fully walkable roof, prepped up for the Furrion observation camera, so you can see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. The windows are all going to be frameless, which is a really nice, sleek look to it. Here is where you're going to plug in your 50 amp connection. So that's going to be where you plug in the unit and get everything kind of powered up. It's also heated and enclosed underbelly. You see a spare tire under there. And then, obviously you got your freshwater drain. Your low point drains are also going to be located just behind that back tire there. And then your sewer outlet connection. You're going to get a 12-gallon gas and electric water heater. They do the gas and electric. I'm kind of torn on it. I like the tankless heater because of the fact that it's, endless hot water, but it's not endless when it comes into terms of what it's costing you. So like, the propane, you obviously have to pay for, and it's nice to have your, granddaughter or grandson take a 45-minute shower, but having that tank, 12-gallon, is pretty darn big, and you're not paying for it because most of these campgrounds are free electric, so take advantage of it. Hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, all your different valves, winterization, yada, yada, yada. City water connection, water filter, and then all of your pulls for your tanks as well. There's going to be your Furrion, your relay transfer switch, and then your electric leveling, and again, the slam latch doors, and that's actually metal right there. Propane, some stats, 12,400, 37 feet 6 inches. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you next time. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Columbus 329 DV. Have a great day. See you. Meow, 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 no, 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 no. Black glass. Fuck.